Monday night in Charlotte, and here the Celtics set up with Derek White and a high ball screen from Xavier Tillman. Brandon Miller just dies on this screen, but Grant Williams is in drop, so not a lot of dribble penetration from Derek White there. Tillman rolls, though, collapsing the Hornets defense, and from there, the Hornets defense just never stood a chance.
Yeah, it's a great screen from Xavier Tillman, and I like the pace at which he rolled to the rim. Not too fast, not too slow, kind of in line with Derek White, always giving him a passing option. And White does such a good job. He takes like one extra dribble more than Grant Williams is expecting, pulls Grant a little higher up, pulls Miles Bridges in, finds Al Horford, and that's when the ball movement starts. Ping, ping, ping. Sweet little like backhand pass from Tatum too to Al Horford for the three.
Yeah, love the little D White Tillman pick and roll. Bridges is freaking out. Like he just starts to panic immediately. And it's incredible what Xavier Tillman can do when he's not spotted up in the corner to shoot, catch and shoot threes. Lovely screen. Not an easy catch, but uses his size to make the catch and a beautiful pass. And who ends up with the ball but the beautiful man himself, Sir Al Horford.
Next up, we're running a horn set. KP with the ball up top. Al and Drew spacing in the corners. Tatum screens for Derek White off ball up top. And I don't know why the Hornets don't switch that, because Derek White just strolls right into the paint. The defense has to collapse, and we've got another wide open three for the beautiful Al Horford.
Nobody knows why the Hornets do anything on defense, not even their coach. But yeah, so this is a UCLA cut with Tatum setting the back screen and Derek White rolling to the rim or cutting hard to the rim. And that's what I love about horns, the optionality. You can do a million different things. High post, roll into pick and roll, do all sorts of stuff. This play, we run a lot. It works a lot. And like just such a luxury to have Derek White being able to be a roll man, the way he can pick out passes, the way he can hit the floater. And again, Al Horford corner, you know it's going in.
Yeah, Tatum just sets a bone-crushing screen on Trey Mann here. Yeah. But seriously, just abhorrent screen navigation by Trey Mann here. And Bridges has to help, otherwise it's just a wide open layup. And yeah, Derek White, he knows exactly what's happening. Kicks to the big dog in the corner.
First of all, how about the controlled tip here from Jason Tatum? We're going to get to another controlled tip a little bit later. Very underrated, but here we are. Clock winding down. Tatum with the ball up top. KP comes up to set a pick while Pritchard darts to the corner for some added spacing. It's kind of a ghost screen here from Kristaps Porzingis. He never really sets it. I think everyone and their mother thinks that KP is getting the ball here. Even O'Shea doesn't realize that he could have set a really nice screen on Poku there, but it doesn't matter. Ridiculous skip pass from Jason Tatum to Sammy Buckets.
Yeah, and I like that Tatum does here when he gets doubled is that he just keeps going hard right-hand drive. Instead of letting himself get trapped and maybe try to squeeze a pass over the top, he just takes a hard dribble and creates an angle for himself. And then we talked about it last week. Sam Hauser, those timely lifts from the corner to give Jason Tatum the perfect passing lane and splashes the three after a night. That's a dime too, cross court.
Yep, love seeing the elite control with the tip to start this possession off. And I love that they go with like 9 seconds as opposed to just, it always feels like they wait a little bit too long. And so to go here, it gives Tatum the chance to actually create something, and he hard drive, defense collapses, and you can see Hauser down below. He's directing traffic. He's telling O'Shea, you stay in the dunker spot, make sure to not bring any more attention over to me, and Tatum just fires the bullet over to Sammy.
The Peyton Pritchard playmaking evolution is happening right before our eyes. Playmaker P, probing P. What do you like about this one, Spoonie?
This is start off with like a little cross screen to get into a pick and roll, which I like. It just gets the defense moving. It gets them sort of uncomfortable when you flow into the pick and roll. And like Pritchard does such a good job of shielding. He uses, we had butt screens last week. Now we've got the butt shield with Peyton Pritchard. Just the patience he shows in the paint now to open up the defense, make them uncomfortable, get guys to commit to him, and then he finds Horford on that little drop pass for an easy two.
Yeah, when I watch this stuff live, I'm always like, oh, like great pick and roll. And then I go back and watch, I'm like, man, they're just doing so many things to get to the main course of some of these possessions. And the communication, right? You've got Sam directing traffic, you've got Al pointing to Sam to make sure he stays in the corner. And yeah, Pritchard gets the guy on his hip, and just the scoring gravity that he's got now on that little mid-range that I've been begging him to take, fakes it, pump fake. And Al Horford, man, this is the Al Horford underrated plays this week. It's beautiful.
Well, we teased it early. Jason Tatum with, dare I say it, the greatest controlled tip of all time. The shot goes up. JT is boxing out, but also has this total awareness of where Gordon Hayward is and where Peyton Pritchard is. And Drew Holiday does a great job on the leak out.
Yeah, just elite tip control. And I just love that Pritchard's immediately got his head up the second he gets the ball and might be the best quarterback in the New England area. Well,
definitely
Mac
right
Jones
now.
isn't there. Yeah, definitely right now. Yeah, everybody's gone. They don't even have a quarterback. But it's a great pass, and it's just like great court awareness from Pritchard. You can tell he's played point guard his whole life with that head up immediately.
Yeah, this was the controlled tip game between this one and the KP controlled tip. This is what it's turned into. Look, Tatum's become just a rebounding monster over the past 3 years, even all the way back to the bubble, really. This new controlled tip thing is an interesting new little wrinkle. It's clearly a focus on this possession, at least, getting the ball up the court really quickly. And if there's anything we want from this Celtics team, is to play faster. And look, you just generate easy buckets that way.
And finally, just ridiculous defense on this OKC baseline out of bounds play. It kind of looks like we knew exactly what the Thunder were running here.
Yeah, so I love with Drew Holiday, instead of guarding the inbounder, he's just like watching the play unfold, and he's like, where am I just going to explode and blow this entire play up? And he does it again. I also love the communication, like Jaylen Brown is communicating, like Tatum get him. He's communicating switches out. They execute the switches perfectly. And Oklahoma City, you don't see this often, just throws it straight out of bounds.
Yeah, I like that using Drew in this free safety. He can just read and react. He's not covering the inbounder. But he also doesn't stay too close to the baseline for like one of those throw it off the back of the guy and then you get an easy layup. And Jalen and Derek smartly cover the big for a potential easy two. Isaiah Joe stumbling back after colliding with the great wall of Holiday. And then Giddey just panics and goes, yeet, and throws the ball out towards half court. So all around beautiful stuff.